new cage.
He's got the ball. Okay. Oh, are you ready?
Hi, g'day everyone. Matt Ollie here.
Sorry, is that me? That's me.
The Brick Bods here. At least I know the sound's working.
Because I thought children don't fall from the sky and all of a sudden are 8 years old and build Legos.
No, I'm not. Honest, I'm not.
Backlog doesn't mind sitting there a little longer.
Things sitting there. It's on the landing. It's in the hallway. It's. It might not mind sitting there, but I trip over it every so often.
People real careful.
Exactly. That's such a good idea. Do Rebels versus Stormtroopers or something, and then I can have it in every Lego Star Wars mock or something.
We should have possibly Brigger Picks. Sorry, joining us a little bit later on. Same thing, just backwards.
Yeah. I see how you're moving it so I can't reach.
No. Oh, come on. These videos are cheating. Because they've got way more leg in play. That's
mock here. And I've got my mock there. Like Stranger Things set there. Not very organised.
I have to show you this. Oh, no. I have to show you this. No, I have to show you this. This is what Isn't that amazing?
Because this is the first ever time I've been on the live, I didn't want to build anything too big or anything too complex, so I'm going to attempt to build that.
Get him wins.
He's so cool. No, I don't want to be a chicken. Don't make me a chicken.
G'day everyone, and welcome along to the Family Bricks live stream number 17 for May the 25th, 2023. Hope that you're all going well and having a good evening wherever you are, or morning or afternoon. And going to be here just building some Lego, having a chat with a few friends, seeing what's going on. And these lights are not great, but we'll get to that in a sec. And do the usual sort of thing, share, like, and subscribe around the video, and a shout out to the replay gang. Always as many watches after the stream as what there are during the stream, and a shout out to Brian's Bricks, who leaves a comment, so thanks for doing that. And if you want to have a shout out on this next show, on the video there on the replay, just leave a comment and we can do that as well. Just trying to think. I did manage to just quickly whack together a poll. So if you have a look in the comments, I think it's this time they had an announcement this week of a Pac-Man game in Lego form come out. So just interested to see if interested, not interested, for the same price you can buy an actual real arcade cabinet and play the real game, or it's going to be another pass there. And just quickly say hello to the chat. We have Brick Askew, welcome along, great to see you in. Hope that you're having a good one. And the Brick Bods as well. Hope you guys also doing well. Great to see you. And Bonnie's having a shout out to everyone there. And Brickaskew is saying he didn't vote on the poll and he won't be buying it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll get into that with some of the people on the panel. And I think just before we get going, just to help paying a few bills here, just to have the little sponsor as such and give their little 5 seconds.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.macatsim.com and mention this YouTube video and we'll look after you.
And I think with that sort of out of the way and done, we'll start bringing some people in. And they joined us the first time last week, and for some reason they decided that they wanted to come back for some more punishment. So it's good to have in again Bonnie's Bricks. Maxine, how are you going?
Hello, I am very good, Matt. How are you doing?
Yeah, going well, going well. So it looks like you got your new setup and it's starting to come together.
Yep.
It's
Well, let's be honest. I did have some camera issues right before in the lobby. I was not there, and then I was upside down. I don't really know what's going on. It's just tech. I'm not a techie person. I have a techie boyfriend for that kind of thing. But we're here. We got there in the end. But yes, I'm going to dedicate this whole weekend coming just for sorting out all of my my streaming kit and equipment so that my own live streams are very seamless. And obviously, when I come onto other people's streams as a guest, I'm not causing havoc like I did last week. So fingers crossed anyway.
It always takes a while. I always think of it takes you about 10 live streams before you start to get something which is kind of competent, and then even then you might be thinking too much of yourself. So it's not a question of if something's going to go wrong, it's just what.
Yeah, it makes entertaining, viewing for people anyway. So that's why we're here. But yeah, hopefully not too much at my expense though.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's as we always say, it's just a matter of something will go wrong, and that's the joys of live and just rolling with it as such. So
yeah,
excellent, great to have you.
It's all good.
And we'll just have go along and bring someone else in, and I'm not sure whether they're holding something up or whether I should just wait a little bit, see how strong their arms are. But having said that, welcome along to Trevor. How are you going this evening?
I can see you. Look, I'm through the front door. Hiya. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Everything's on the up with this stream, by the way. I'm very well.
Chuck them out. Chuck them out now.
Always causing trouble.
And that was Trevor, everyone. So no, I can't do that.
Kicking me out. How are we both?
I thought I had some bad jokes. Oh, if I click the button here again, as we're sort of saying, the confidence of the operator. Anyhow, how are you going? Apart from everything being on the up with you.
I'm very well, thank you. How are you both?
Yeah,
I'm very well, Trevor. Thank you.
Good.
Yes.
Good. It's Thursday. We've got an excuse to build, hang out with some friends. So I'm always happy on a Thursday.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. And just having a quick look to see if there's what Brick Askew's come up and said exactly Brick Boilet's price and space issues. And as you're saying, I was going to say hello to Trevor, but and evening, Carrie is still locked in the green room. I was actually thinking about that earlier. It's sort of like I'm going to change the name of it from the green room to the Carrie room. So I was on her stream yesterday. Well, sorry, just in her stream in the chat saying I'm waiting in the green room, and she had to do a double take for a second. Then it's like, wait a minute, I don't even have any guests. So it's kind of amusing. And with that, we'll bring in our next guest who had some big news recently, and they finally managed to reach 1,000 subs. So welcome along to Tech. How are you going?
Very well, thank you, Matt. Thank you for having me. Good to see you guys.
Hey, Tech.
Excellent. Good to see you. Actually, that was kind of the little big news at the end. I love this. I haven't had a chance to sort of talk about it. You're working on your latest mock for September, I believe.
I am, yes, and I think so far so good. All the scans have suggested that it's all going well. So yeah, in September I will become a father, and I can make all the dad jokes to my heart's content. So yeah,
you can join the club. You can
exactly, yeah.
Dad.
I could be a Lego dad, like so. Yeah, so end of September to September 27th, we are expecting our first little child. So
congratulations!
Thank you so much.
That's so exciting!
It's yeah. I'm very, very excited.
Get your sleep in now, Tech.
Yeah,
get your sleep in now. That's what I say.
I'm gonna have to find some room for a baby and get rid of some of this Lego baby. But no, it's all is good, and yeah, we are both so excited.
Tech, this is all the room that you need. If you can
we
got this week.
Okay,
because our baby is starting to reach for things like all this Lego. So she's now confined in this little prison. No, she's really not. She's really not.
But yeah, no. So we're. I mean, I've got like a decent space, and to be fair, like we had when I was like kind of setting up my space. I moved in into my girlfriend's flat at the beginning of the year, and when I was like, oh, I could like we were like trying to create a bit of space for me to have like a little bit of a setup and stuff. And it did cross our minds that like eventually we were going to be anticipating a baby, not quite as quick as as it ended up being, but there we go. But yeah, so we've kind of planned for like a little rejiggle, and we can have plenty of space and stuff. So it's not all bad. It's all good, really.
You certainly won't need an excuse to go Lego shopping, will you?
Exactly. Need to get that
Friend
right
sets.
page. Yeah, exactly. Oh dear.
I bet you can't wait for a Duplo brick to enter.
Dude, I've been eyeing up the Duplo. That Disney castle. Oh, we're like already eyeing that one up.
You can even go for that bath set. I love that bath set. We've got an excuse now. Mine are too old for that.
Yeah, yeah. We've looked at that one. We've we started to get a couple of like the Duplo animal sets because they were on like a really good clearance. And they've got tons of Duplo animals at the moment. So we're like, yeah, okay, we'll go and get all of those. So yeah, we're well on board with it.
Jack, I feel like you're almost like kind of living my life because I am like thinking the exact same as you. Like we've eyed up that Disney Duplo set as well. We're gonna get it for our baby's first birthday in August, and nice. We have like the bath set because it's like the only kind of Duplo that like they can play with at the very, very beginning.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why that's where we were going. We were like, oh, we'll get like the animals because there'll be like a few bricks and stuff that we can put away for later, but the animals you can still kind of like have them play with and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The animals are really cool. Some of them come like sound effects and stuff. Like
yeah. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. Can I come and play with the Disney castle? Absolutely, Carrie. You're more than welcome to come over. You have to do like a couple of hours babysitting, so me and Paige can like pop out for a drink or something. But yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair deal. Lego 8080 crib.
It's funny when you were first saying you're looking for some space. I almost saw you look in the glass case for the Razor Crest behind you, and I thought that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, probably not to put them in there. No. After all that time it took me to put that set together, no.
If it's not in a case, that's going to be destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pile everything in there, I think.
So I think as we sort of chatting a couple of weeks ago, the way that you sort of kind of announced that, or you teased it with Not That Sam Smith, that was brilliant just to see that reaction.
Yeah, so it was like a very so that was we went to Star Wars Celebration. It was me, Holly, Lauren, and Sam were sharing an Airbnb. And I hadn't planned on telling anyone because we were going to San Francisco for Claire and Sam's wedding a couple of weeks after that. And so I wanted to tell like Lauren and Holly when I told everyone else. And so I didn't bring it up. And then me and Sam were having a few drinks and we were like the last ones up in the kitchen on one of the nights. And yeah, I was just like, oh, I can't wait. I don't know when I'm next going to see Sam. It's going to be quite a while. And we hadn't really like, other than my family at that point, we really hadn't told too many people. Like a couple of Paige's friends knew just because it lined up that she ended up seeing them. And so told them. But yeah, I hadn't actually like told too many of my friends at that point. So yeah, I told Sam, and yeah, I just thought in the moment it would be a really funny thing. And his reaction is like incredible. And he was like, so basically I had the scam photo for anyone that's not seen it. And I said I was building it up. I was like, Sam, I've got this thing I need to show you. You can't tell Lauren or Holly because they haven't seen it. And then I said it's like a leaked image. So he thought it was going to be like a Lego set. He thought it was going to be like the UCS Venator or something. And then yeah, it's a scam photo, and his face is it's so good.
It is brilliant to watch. I had to watch it a couple of times.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, thank you, Sam, for giving me a great reaction. And then just like, because in the video I cut it off, so like I didn't actually mention it, and just hearing people like what they thought it would be. Like Matt was like the closest with like a wedding proposal, and it was the only kind of like life one. Everyone else was like Lego related. Like, is it the Venator? Can you show me? Like, are we getting a ghost? Like, have you got the pictures of it? But no, it was in fact our scan photo.
Yeah, so that's you've still got that. Is that on like one of your stories or reels or something somewhere?
It isn't, but I if I'm gonna post a reel, it should probably be of something like of that magnitude. So maybe I should re-upload it as or at least put it on like a story highlights thing. I'm not great with Instagram, I'll be honest, but yeah, I should probably pop that up on my on the highlights or something.
Yeah, if you put it on the highlights, it just stays there. Then people
just
click on it when they go on your page.
It's very,
yeah.
Because certainly for anyone who's watching this back or watching it, like if you can find it and have a look at it, Sam's reaction is just brilliant. It's fantastic. So it's great you've actually got that moment captured like that too.
And I would never have filmed something like that sober. I don't know what it was because I had a few drinks. I was like, oh, let's film this. This will be funny. And it was great.
Yeah, well, that's you and Christmas specials, and somebody else mentioned something about a Halloween special you did. We don't talk about them, do we?
We do not talk about the Halloween special for sure. That is not something that a budding young father would do on the internet. That makes it probably sound a lot worse than it actually is, but it wasn't very appropriate. Let's say that.
You got to be a role model now, Tech.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about. God.
If anybody knows of any deals or any special offers on nappies, please do pop it down in the chat.
Send them my way, please.
Just sign up to all these like free voucher Facebook pages, and then like I obviously did it at some point because then I got a random like free complimentary set like pack of Pampers to the door, and I was like, where did this come from? Nice. So it must have been one of those. Don't even know.
I'm looking forward to like we've been quite good so far, and like other than like a couple of a very, very maybe like 2 or 3 little Duplo sets because they were like super clearance deal. We haven't certainly not bought anything like practical like nappies or so I think this weekend we might go and start having a look at prams and things like that. We're actually really fortunate that a lot of our family, we've got like quite a big family amongst us. Quite a lot of our family. It's first grandchild for both of our parents on both sides. So oh yeah, we want to get this and this, and now we're like, great, we will find something reasonably priced or decently priced, and we will send it your way.
Are you keeping it a surprise what the baby is, or do you know?
I really wanted to find out, but Paige didn't, and so as with most things, Paige got away. So we don't know.
Oh, you're fortunate though. That was the exact same with us. I didn't want to know, but he did.
Yeah.
And he got his way because he basically said, I'll find out and I'll just not tell you. But then I couldn't not know, and he knew.
Yeah. I think that would be that's like Paige's worst thing was like, I can go without knowing, but if I knew, then she would have a real hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super exciting though. That's like another kind of surprise in itself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
Fantastic. Have you started sort of doing like a list of names or anything like that? Or
so I, for a very, very long time, have like had 2 names in mind that I was like pretty dead set on. As it comes closer and closer, like I'm like rethinking them a lot. Like I've heard a lot of people say this is that they'll be like set on names and then the baby will come and then they'll just go for something completely different. All I know is that I don't want something like particularly traditional. I want something quite unique.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka, yeah.
Yeah, that's ran through my head. It's like if it's a girl, it's probably going to be like Ahsoka or something like that. And then if it's a guy, it'll be Max Rebo or something like.
My mum and dad like had said like, have you got any things you're thinking of? And I said, well, Anakin if it's a boy or Padme if it's a guy. She was like, she didn't let us handle that. So I might have to rethink those ones. But yeah, again, we don't want to say too. We've had like some interesting conversations with our families, and some of them can be quite opinionated, and so we don't want to have something in our mind, say it, and then feel like, not that it would want to change our decision. We'd probably still stick with it, but like if someone says something bad about it, and you just feel like, oh, and then you get like a bit put off of it. So I think we're just gonna wait until the baby comes, name, and then once like we introduce our baby as that name, they can't really say anything. Otherwise, they will be asses.
And also, that decision is between you and Paige. That's your decision.
Exactly. And we will be so floppy by the time the baby comes. Like, I'm sure we'll have like an hour or two just staring at them, being like, "What do we call you?" and go through like every name in the baby book. So, yeah, it's just best we leave it for now, I think. But yeah, we've got some ideas. We do have some ideas, which is a good start, I guess.
Yeah. I just like it how Trevor's first comment was pretty similar to mine. It's like, yeah, enjoy your sleep for the next 6 months or whatever. Like, try to get that sorted, because you won't be having it after that.
Yeah.
We're on 9 months and we're still not sleeping.
Shh, don't say that.
It's too late now.
It's fine. To be fair, like generally speaking, I stay up quite late, and Paige is quite good at getting up in the morning. So I think, to be honest, we'll have that. We'll have that pretty covered. But yeah, I'm sure. Also, we do have quite, like I said, we've got quite a big family that are all going to want to babysit. So we're definitely going to take advantage of that for sure.
Brilliant. And the brick bods too. Yeah. Advice is don't get too much stuff. They don't need it, and you'll just get annoyed with how much of it all gets in the way. And that was very similar. We did the whole thing with the first one. Got like a really expensive pram push chair, whatever you call it. But then in the end, we found the most practical one was just one of those little cheap £10 fold up ones. And that got used the most, sort of thing. So it's there's certainly, you can walk into the store because you'll sort of let it be. It's our first one. You need to have the best, make sure that's safe and this and that, and you'll talk yourself up into the price points.
Yeah.
I don't know if you sort of found that a bit, Maxine, or?
Yeah, for sure. But like, we were very fortunate in that my partner's sister actually he's now 3, so like he had grown out of like a lot of stuff. So we got the pram, we got the next to me cot that they go into first, and
nice.
A bunch of other stuff, but we still managed to spend a lot of money getting some other stuff that we needed, like a changing table and a big cot and things like that. But
yeah,
you'll find what works for you though. Like everything, like every baby is different. So like I know we're taking the mick out with the sleep thing, but like I've spoken to some mums at some groups that I sometimes go to, and some of their babies have slept right through from the beginning. Like, wow, that's very unheard of, but like it does happen. And then some are up like constantly. But once you get past that newborn stage, I think it's like the first 8 weeks are pretty hard going, because the baby needs fed like every 2 hours throughout the night, usually, no matter what. But like after that, it's considered a good night if you get up like once or twice.
Yeah.
So, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. I know you'll hear that a lot, but my baby is just the giggliest baby in the world, and she's so cute. So like, I can definitely tell you it's worth it.
Good. Yeah, I can't wait. Like, I'm oddly looking forward to all of the like changing nappies, like being sick on. Like, I don't know why, it's really weird, but I'm like
being sick
like,
on. Oh,
I'm like, just bring it on. Like,
you know what? I used to love a korma. I think Maxine will know what I mean when I say this. I used to love a chicken korma. No, I can't touch it anymore.
That's what the health visitor came round and said. How are the poos? That's the questions you get asked when they come to your house and check on baby. They're like, are they eating? How is the poo? And you're like, it's like a korma, and they're like, yep, yep. Like, that's totally normal for them to hear. So,
and my advice to
you start to become.
Sorry, Matt.
I was going to say, you start to become an expert in all sorts of weird things you never particularly thought of. But anyhow, Trevor, you were going to say?
No, my advice to tech is enjoy it and embrace it, because I'll tell you now, mine are 11 and 12, and time just disappears. You wonder. You look now, and I look at when they were babies, and it just flies. And Matt will probably tell you the same. Just enjoy it, embrace it, and yeah, just have the time of your life, because it is a very, very special moment.
Mm-hmm. We also only plan on, this may change, but for right now, for sure, like we only plan on having one anyway. So I think that's possibly why as well, that I'm just like ready to embrace it. I'm like, there's no point doing something like this if you're not gonna be like, let's like get proper stuck in, and like I said, I'm just ready to be a part of it all. So yeah, it's gonna be.
It's a full-time commitment. You know,
Exactly.
it would change your lives. No
Exactly.
way about it. It will.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with me. What about you guys?
Just jump over to Trevor and sort of, what are you sort of building or looking at doing?
Right, I'm building a Speed Champion set, McLaren.
Nice.
So I saw this. We do like the Speed Champions, me and Tom. So I'm going to build this one. It's quite a nice set. So yeah, that's what I'm going to build this evening.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that was.
I shall race through
it. Start seeing take notes in a minute. Oh yeah, I can use that
one down. When building
jokes,
champions,
I'm going to write a book.
Because did you get that recently, or is that something you've just had in the backlog?
Backlog.
Okay. Yeah, because I think.
Come on, Matt. I'm one of these that buys them as soon as they come out. It's in my backlog.
No, it's just. I was thinking about it. So, like, I think I saw it go on sale this week, but yeah, I won't talk too much about that. Anyhow, moving right along.
No, don't.
Bonnie, what are you sort of going to be building or doing?
So I am building something that didn't recently come out, but it did recently go on sale. So I am doing Groot.
Nice.
I am Groot.
Nice.
So he went down to like, how much was he again? It was one of the big. Yes. I think it was like 27. Yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah. But we haven't managed to get a hold of any of the Star Wars ones, which are just sold out everywhere. So we have asked a fellow Lego friend to potentially pick some up at his local Tesco that is not as popular with Lego people, and possibly get it from him on release day at the Lego store when we probably meet. So, because we always do. But fingers crossed. But that's what I'm building tonight, because he'll go nicely with the Grogu and Wally. This way.
Yeah. So yeah, Tech sort of missed last stream, and if you haven't figured it out, massive into Disney and Marvel. So obviously the Disney connection will be strong tonight.
Absolutely.
Loving it.
Matt, is it me, or do you keep breaking up?
And
I think Matt's a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's
right
probably
now.
me.
You're frozen.
Matt's
Okay,
gone to
talk
farm food.
amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a sec. Maybe.
Okay, no worries.
We're losing our host. Who's taking the reins?
He's frozen.
Take over.
He's just dipped to Iceland. He'll be back soon. He froze. He's got
Right.
That's another one you can write down.
You know what, Trevor? I won't write that one down. I'll let you have that one. Matt's back.
He's back. He's back. Forget it.
There we go.
Everyone is scared to come back. It's sort of like...
So you should be.
Is that a bit better, or is that still bad?
No, it's better than it was.
This is better than it was.
Yeah. You were very robotic.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of froze again there, but maybe it's just give it a minute and see. It's because we jinxed it at the beginning. We said that there was going to be issues, and now there are. Oh, man.
We need to do something with our ISP. It's been a problem for a while, but just haven't had the time to go through and deal with it. But no, it's something that needs to be done, because that's anything more than annoying at this point. So, and I'm just trying to think. We covered Tech, what you were doing?
I'm like parting out sets at the moment because I've got too much stuff built with not a lot of purpose. So I'm parting out stuff. I may be like just dipping in and around the room off camera because I'm like trying to tidy a little bit as well. Because I really want to set up the room so I can film a video when I get home from work tomorrow. So that's kind of the plan at the moment is, yeah, just have a little tidy and take apart some things. But what I did build this week, I'll show you guys, which I think is really cool. I built this on my stream. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's a
I love that.
No, that is cool.
It's so cool, right? So Christmas before last, actually, Paige put this together for me. And she like put it in number bags and everything. So the build process was so smooth. It was great. But yeah, this is my little General Grievous bust. So yeah, there's a couple of pieces missing that came in late, and so I put somewhere else, and now I need to find out where I put them. But other than that, yeah, this is I just love the technique for the eyes. Like under the head is like all upside down built, and then you can kind of just about see it. There's like those tooth pieces, and then a like 2x2 round dome to create the eyes. It just comes together so well. So
very clever build.
Very, very clever build. Yeah, some great techniques used to like get the round on the head as well. So yeah, it's very, very impressive. For a long time, it just didn't look like Grievous, and I was like, but it comes together all at the end. So yeah, that's what I built on my stream this week. So that was good fun, and some pieces have just fallen off. Fantastic.
It was really good to watch, Tech. It really was.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Was that an actual set?
No, it was
mock.
Yeah, it was on Rebrickable.
Oh wow.
So I kind of like shortlisted. I say shortlisted. I maybe saved like 15 different sets of instructions. Paige is basically awful at doing surprises, and she'll admit it. And so she was like, "Oh, I want to get you something that's not just like a set off the shelf that you can buy, or like do something different." So I was like, "Okay, well, why don't I save a load of instructions on Rebrickable to an account, and then you can go through, choose which ones you want, and then like part them together." She's like, "Yeah," because she quite enjoys like in like small doses, like sorting parts and like organizing them. So yeah, so she did that, and I got Grievous, and then I got a probably like a 6 or 8 inch buildable Mickey and Donald as well. So that was really
oh wow.
Have you built them yet?
I have, but they're back at my mom's house still. But, I see if I can find a picture of the mocks.
Oh, that's so cool. That's actually such a good idea, though. Like,
yeah, it's
as
just
a gift.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit different, and it's something that's like not straight off the shelves, and like a bit more thoughts gone into it, and you can get something a bit more specific to what you really want as well. So yeah, it was good. It was a good gift.
Yeah, it's in that Grievous one, and then when I was doing some videos, which was like the top 5 mocks of the week or something like that, that was one which I think was number 1 for 1 week. Because as soon as you saw it, it's like this looks fantastic. And then when you started building it the other day on stream, it's like, oh wow, I can actually see someone who's built it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I actually find it hard to just like navigate Rebrickable and just like search in things and find stuff. Is that just me, or is it not the easiest thing to actually navigate if you type in something?
Yeah.
I don't believe for a sec that like that is all the results that there should be. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it can be a bit weird, and I think they're very picky on like the search. Bricklink's the same as well, actually. Like the search terms are very, very difficult. Like if you put in this is on Bricklink, but if you put in like 1x2 slope, I think it's this. If you put in 1x2 slope, then a 1x2 slope will come up. But if you put in like a 2x1 slope, like it won't come up. They'll be like, no. It's just like little things like that. It's like really, really weird. And I don't think Rebrickable is much better.
Right. It's like they're taking a stance like, no, that's not what it's called.
Yeah.
We know what you mean, but we're not going to show you.
Yeah, you will follow our naming terms.
Yeah.
You probably get a little bit used to it too when you're trying to do something in studio. And I think that's very similar, that if you get around the wrong way, it won't bring the piece up. And sometimes I'm just trying to remember which one, but then it's also space sensitive. So if you put 1 space by 2 space, whatever, it doesn't like it. So you got to go 1x2 layers.
I'm gonna have to check out these
builds.
link
there. Put it in the chat as well.
There's all that. And then
Mickey,
and
though.
in our carry room in our carry room right now, we have Lady McBrick, who's
Hey, Nicole.
coming in.
Hi, Nicole.
How are you going this
Hi
evening?
there. I'm good. I'm so sorry for being late. How are you doing?
No.
Doing really well.
That's fine.
Good,
It sounds
thank
like going well. So, how are you going this evening?
More or less okay. I'm really looking forward to building something that I have with me for a long time, and
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a massive box.
No.
How many pieces is that?
that's a very good question.
That's what you call a double decker.
Yeah, right. 1,686.
Oh, so that's not minifig scale then.
No. Just not.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Maybe, Nicole, you're starting to collect all the friend sets and you're going to put them all in that bus.
Oh, I could do that. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have the best ideas. Maybe I'm going to do that. It's just, and then I'm sending them on their way. What are you guys building?
I'm building Groot. So
Oh,
I'm building these.
And I'm taking apart battle packs at the moment.
ooh.
Although I don't really have anywhere to put these sorted pieces now, so I feel like I'm going to sweep them all up and just put them into the tray, which is going to be so counterproductive. But hey ho.
At least if it's all the same kind of battle packs, it's semi-sorted. It's all
Yeah,
from the...
that is a good thing. That is a good plus.
We've just been talking about Tech's baby news.
Okay, are we expecting?
Yes, in September. I will be expecting.
Congratulations!
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm getting plenty of advice from people, which is always good. I'm soaking it all in.
He doesn't need an excuse to go and buy Lego now.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I do not.
Now you can even buy Duplo.
Like I said, I've
Yeah,
been buying up that Disney castle. Yeah, it is on my radar.
That's incredible.
Speaking of
It's
you
really
can buy
fun.
Duplo.
Disney castle,
Yeah. Wow.
there's with the Disney castle, there's a rumor going around that they're going to basically re-release the old castle again and make a few changes with some gold pieces or something like that. As the Disney sort of experts, is it a matter of anything Disney with castles we're buying, or is it wait and see? Bonnie, what's your sort of take?
Trevor's already messaged me about this before, actually, yesterday. So, long story short, I'm kind of disappointed if it is like the same castle, because there's so many castles they could have done. Like, I don't know what the number is, but it's more than one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably will end up buying it. I just hope it is something like it is significantly like more, like there is quite a difference to it, because I mean we do keep calling the first one that we have the Cinderella Castle, but I don't really call it that, because if you look at all the rooms, it's like there's little, references to loads of different movies and things like that, and it comes with like Mickey, Minnie, and all that kind of thing. So I don't really call it the Cinderella Castle. I get why it's called that, but really the only thing that suggests that is the clock to me. So yeah, I'm hoping that the next one, because I think the next one will work out slightly more expensive. I think. I'm trying to think what the conversion will be, because I've only heard about the price in dollars.
Yeah, is it $400?
Yeah.
So I imagine it will be about $350, maybe $360, something like that.
And this one was, I want to say 320,
It started at 300. I don't know what it retired on. I don't know if it definitely went up in the price increase, but I can't remember what it finished retired on.
Yeah, but that's my thoughts. Like, I'll still probably buy it, but I don't know if I've got the patience to wait until it like maybe gets reduced. I don't know if it'll ever get reduced. This is the thing. And if it comes in a nice Disney 100 black box like all the other sets this year, I don't know. I've got this slight fear that I'm gonna miss things because they might just bring it out this year because it's Disney 100, and then won't really see them. It'll be hard to get them next year and stuff. So I don't know about you, Tech, but
I'm kind of the same. It's like they've gone in hard with like Disney minifigures this year, which is something that I've been like screaming for a long time. That I would really like to see more minifigures, and like from some obscure films as well. And it feels like we're really close with the rumors of like the figures that are going to come in that castle. It feels like we're going to be pretty damn close to like a complete lineup of like all the princesses and minifigures by the end of the year, which will be really cool. I will certainly be buying it. I would like to think that even if like, I imagine like maybe John Lewis will get it as an exclusive, and so they can do like 20% off days sometimes. So I feel like that's probably going to be a good enough thing, but there is every chance that at the end of the year the Disney 100 sets could like completely disappear. We've seen it with other anniversary sets. What I do think, and especially because it's like going to be pretty much a straight up re-release, which is a bit of a shame, but equally I think that they probably took the other one off the market because that was on the market for a good like 5 years. I think they're gonna just like spruce this one up and probably keep it on the market for as long, and just and so which is a good thing, and it hopefully means I can hold out for like a fairly decent price on it, at least like an AFOL day or a good gift for purchase or something.
I'm interested to see how they do the fireworks because apparently it's got a buildable fireworks. I'm interested in that particular element. How are they going to pull that off?
Yeah, brick-built fireworks is the rumor, which is it's going to be interesting.
It'll be like translucent pieces, I imagine, like making it kind of look as if they're floating. It sounds delicate.
Yeah, it does sound very fragile.
Yeah, I'm just like, just give me a light kit.
Yeah,
Matt.
I was going to say.
And,
I think you're going to have fun with a light kit on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of light kits in Disney castles, I literally just installed a light kit for that one. Spoiler alert. That's coming soon to my channel. Oh my god, that was stressful, but it looks great. So, yeah.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, because the Lady McBrick, what's your sort of thoughts on the Disney castle? Because did you have the old one? I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I stayed away from the old one. It's I don't know how. I think I had to decide between the Hogwarts castle and the Disney castle, and I decided to buy the Hogwarts castle.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's there's only so far funds can stretch at times, and I think there's always, unless something dramatic changes, I think there's always going to be a Disney castle on the shelf of some description. Like, even when they retired the last one, it's like, how long till they bring out the next one, sort of thing. It's
and it's difficult to display. I had hard enough time to find a place for my Hogwarts castle, and it's not on display anymore. So it's. Oh, I like.
How have you got on with those new cabinets? Have you filled those yet?
No, I have still space left. And I have a plan for all of it, but there are still a few shelves left. I have to admit that I made a bit of faux pas on Friday. I saw the announcement that the Batcave is going to come out, and I really, really want it. And with Ninjago Markets, Friday night, I gave in, and I bought Rivendell.
Wow. I'm so jealous now. Right, you can send me. Right, see you later.
Not so far. I have some sad news. Saturday morning, I woke up to the news of double VIP points in June. And I thought, seriously? I waited for months to buy Rivendell. And only hours after I finally pulled the trigger with AFOL Day coming, I thought, nah, it will take forever for double VIP points to come. I buy Rivendell, and only hours later, I get the notification from Promo Bricks. Yay! June 9th would have been the time.
Just return it and just buy it again.
Yeah. It's like cancel.
Right. No. I have a better theory. I think the universe is speaking to me. I bought Rivendell because the universe wanted me to have Rivendell. And now, June 9th, there is double VIP point. Fair game for me now to buy a big set. An additional one. If I had waited, then I would have bought Rivendell for double VIP. Now
you don't have to talk yourself into buying a big set. Just buy a big set like you have done.
To be fair, Nicole, I heard about this double VIP points day, like when Promo Bricks put it out there. And I was quickly spoke to my partner saying, oh my goodness, should I just cancel this 1st of June stream? Should I buy the Disney sets? Should I just wait? But actually, I don't know. I think everyone else will have the same idea about the double VIP points day, and they will just sell out. So you might be right. Like, I think everyone, because when Rivendell came out, the amount of people that I spoke to that really wanted it and said they weren't getting it is because they were waiting for double VIP points day.
Right.
So it could be that it'll sell out.
Yeah,
so you might be just as well. I know it's hard because you just don't know what's going to happen in the Lego universe with like people buying things. But so I'm still going to buy my sets, even though I know there's double VIP points day coming up. Because I mean, is the Up House even back in stock yet? I don't know. Like. And that's
I think it has. I think it's available.
But it's a bit like the Skyline thing, like the Fast and Furious Skyline thing. It was just like constant, like trying to battle with getting things before they sold out again. So I think, if you're happy with it.
Yeah, if you want the Up House, and you maybe have a couple of other sets that you want, not too many, just enough, because Amazon Germany has the Up House for instead of 54 for 44 euros. It's 10 euros down.
There's plugging. I'm not going to get mine down because it will fall apart.
Yeah.
It won't float away. It's kind of funny because when you see that on Amazon Germany, it's like, come on, Amazon Germany, I know you can do better than that. You want to do better than that.
Right.
So, may have picked up one or two things recently from there because they had some good deals. But I just don't know how they do it. But I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
I've never fallen victim to Amazon Germany. How does that even work if you're not in Germany? Am I being so daft? Like, how do you buy?
You have you go to the desktop. You can, if you've already got an account, you can switch it to. You just go and change the language, which will then change it to Germany. And the thing with it is you'll still have to pay for shipping, but because they do such deep discounts, and you can go up to about £180. If you go over £180, when you have it shipped here, you then get hit with 30% tariffs. So if you stay under that 180, even if you're paying the £5 or £6, because of such good discounts, it still works out sometimes, depending upon what it is, so much cheaper than here. And the ironic thing is sometimes, even though you bought it from Germany, if you do the thing where you go, track my package once it goes, sometimes they'll actually be dispatched from the UK warehouse.
That's crafty.
Yeah, it's that. But the other good thing too is that, much like when Argos has like a third off their sets here, Amazon Germany will match it. And sometimes what's happening is that you've got a local German toy store or something doing a discount, which we can't get at. But then when Amazon Germany matches it, we can then get that one. So if that makes sense.
Oh my goodness, you have to be on the ball with these things, don't you? Like, oh my gosh, it's so weird.
And then sometimes they also do it the first. If you get a code, sometimes like the first time you purchase from them, they'll give you like an extra €5 or €10 off as well. So because I've done that with Amazon Germany, Amazon Italy, Amazon Spain.
Yeah.
You've got no more countries left to do it with.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
So you
problem
get
I
your
found is when you
partners
do it with
Amazon.
Amazon Italy, your box will get absolutely trashed. So it's definitely it's going to be something you're going to buy to build because Spain. I mean, Spain and Italy, they don't do deals very often. If it is, it's only usually one set, so it's hard to make that work. And occasionally Amazon France will be the same. Having said that, I think there's a couple of deals on Amazon Italy this week. So
if you're buying to build, have a look. Potentially.
Yeah. Because I got
That's
from
absolutely
Italy, they had the Batwing on sale, and that box came completely mangulated. Like I'm just like, oh, looks like I'm building this one for sure.
Oh.
I suppose it doesn't really matter if you're not one to keep in boxes. So you know,
No.
it's not going to get damaged.
No.
Right. I'm not really sure if you sign up.
I don't know what you guys.
Sorry, Matt, you broke up then.
Go, Nicole.
Yeah. Oh, it's just I saw it of when you go to Brickset. If I go to the webpage Brickset, I can see all the Amazon on offer, all the discounts. Can you do that too?
Is this like an app or something like this? 'Cause I think I've seen this.
Yeah, I know there is somewhere. Maybe it was Brickset where it will show you like all the different discounted ones. I find in the UK, it's the way that it usually gets picked up is with hot UK deals, I think. So usually you have that, and they just send you out emails as people find things, which seems to be pretty reliable. But yeah, I think the particularly in the States, there's a page as well which has all their deals on it. But we can't really access the States, so I don't want to look at how good they're getting some of their stuff, because particularly with Walmart and stuff, they get like 50 to 70% off when they're doing clearances and all sorts of things.
Right.
A lot of that seems to be like a wild goose chase, though, because like a lot of that is very store specific. So it's like it can be quite hard to keep on top of those in America. I think it's very, very, very select. It's not like very often do you get that sort of clearance like nationwide. Unlike some of the deals, I guess, that we get. Occasionally, you get clearance deals like in the supermarkets that are a bit more specific. The Dark Trooper attack set went down to like £12.50 or like $7.50 in Morrison's and Asda recently. The new 501st Battle Pack went down to like under £10. Was that like $7.50 as well? I think it was. So there's been some good clearance deals, but it's just like which stores actually stock them and like if you get there at the right time. Usually though, by the time anyone's posted any good deal like that on like hot UK deals, they're gone. They bought all of them, and it's like you're close to the store. They're probably not going to have them now.
Are you planning on buying anything and bringing it back when you go to Chicago, Ted?
I plan on not buying much at all. However, one thing I will say is that what I found last year is like a lot of the vendors were very, very, very overpriced. And so any of the like old retired sets you could probably find for at least a third cheaper on Bricklink. And so for me to then like transport that home, it's just like why bother? There are a few custom like Eclipse graphics are there. Crazy Arms are there. And what's the other one that I really like? Oh, Brick Tactical. They by Matt. they have their own individual vendors, and they are the same prices as they are online. So I will probably dip into like some of the custom stuff, but yeah, I don't really intend on bringing any sets back really, unless I see something at the garage sale, I guess. But yeah, try not to come back with too much.
Just save it for the pins.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just because you were saying, Tech, as well, about like unless you really see something that you would want, is there any sets that you want that you haven't been able to get hold of?
Is there? I tell you what, I was at Manchester. What's that one called? Bricktastic. I was at Bricktastic this year, and they had the Maersk train. I don't know if you guys know that one.
Oh,
It's like
like the commercial sort of one.
yeah, and it had like its own blue color made for that, and one of the like a big freighter ship. And it was
that like a staff exclusive one? Is that the ones that they give?
No. It was in like 2009. It was like readily available back in 2009. It was like £90 at the time, and now it's about 400, maybe 450 sealed, and it was a lot. And someone had one at Bricktastic, and it was for a really decent price. It was just like I just couldn't justify spending £400 at that time, because of like the trips I've got coming up and stuff, and I'd already paid to stay in a hotel for the show and stuff. So I was like, I really can't shell out £400 on that. So that is probably like my biggest white whale at the moment is the Maersk train. And I've always said one day I will get it, and it'll cross paths with me, I'm sure, at one time when I'm in a position where I can get it. But that is probably like my most wanted retired set. Other than that, I think I'm pretty good for retired sets, to be honest. I don't think there's tons that I'm kind of searching out for. Certainly not any real big ones, to be honest. I don't think. What about you guys? Is there any retired stuff that's kind of on your radar that you're just scouting out?
I was already looking at Ninjago myself because I thought I really like the new one that's coming out. I really like Gardens that's still available. But how about I go back from there and look at the other one, the Ninjago City? I'm thinking, geez, that is pricey. Because they just look gorgeous. Because I know I'd want to display them all together, and they look like gorgeous sets.
Yeah, I feel like they're easing people into liking Ninjago that maybe didn't collect it before, because it's definitely got my attention now. Because it's not something. It's just like it's your standard. You can't get everything, but I do like the look of the new markets in the gardens one. But yeah, I'm gonna have to let those ones go, unfortunately.
I feel the same. I think if I was going to get that new one, I'd definitely want Ninjago Gardens as well. While it's still available to display together. Because have you seen that picture on their website? They display them together, don't they, with Ninjago Gardens? But
yeah,
I don't know. When I add it up, it's like over £600. I can't really justify that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
When there's other sets I'd like to get as well. It's just something has to give, and you just have to talk yourself out of something. I'm there thinking,
right,
I like it. Do I want it? No, I don't really need it.
Right.
What about you, Nicole? Is there any retired things that you've got your eye on, or are you just looking forward at releases?
I really would love to have Ewok Village. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That was such a reasonable price when it feels like a reasonable price now, I think, possibly because of the aftermarket value, but yeah, that's a nice
yeah. And when I consider that I only have one Ewok, and I think I paid 27-30 euros for it in one of these little play sets, just to get Wicked one Ewok.
Yeah. Yes, it's been a while since we've had that Wicket figure like quite a lot in the past like 3 to 5 years. I feel like we had that like action battle set. We've got Yeah, but like other Ewoks we haven't had probably since that Ewok village. So yeah, I think it's fair to say we're about due another big Ewok set or some sort of Endor set where we can get some new Ewoks. That would be cool.
I don't know why they didn't put an Ewok in that recent diorama set.
I'd much rather have had the Ewok on the speeder than
Yeah.
But
That would have
hey,
been
hey.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of a missed opportunity. But
Right. Sometimes it really works out because I can remember that I totally missed the first cantina.
okay.
And then I saw the second one, and I didn't like it because I knew I had missed the first one. And in
Yep.
comparison, the second one, it doesn't really live up to the first one.
Mhm.
And then I got the really, really cool big one. I thought that worked out
Yeah.
for me at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that cantina is one that I keep going back and forth with. Like, I know that I'm gonna regret it when it goes, but I never. There's always something that I want more when like the opportunity comes up to kind of get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
do I want to spend like £300 on set? Like, if it goes on a deal or anything, do I want to spend £300 on it, or would I rather put that £300 something like to a different set or something? So yeah. But that's due to retire at the end of this year, I think. So I'm gonna have to kind of make my mind up on that one pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right.
John Lewis keep doing a really good deal for that one because we grabbed two the
Yeah.
first time it went on offer. So we have one in the loft and one it's stored away now because it had to give space for others. But
Yeah.
it's such a good build. It is so
Mhm.
good. It's just like
And
you
they've
feel
been
like you're not in the movie. I don't want to say like anything corny like that, but you really feel like they've just went so detailed with the
Yeah.
build. It's so so nice. Like
Yeah.
so
My
I would
Bonnie,
one
recommend
keep one, and then you can make Tab really, really happy in, I don't know, 2 or 3 years when it's retired. You can just tell him, here you go. I have something for you. I kept it.
a 10k sub
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah.
I did just buy the medieval blacksmith because I've been told that that's due for retirement at the end of the year, so I went for that whilst that was on John Lewis.
Nice.
Yeah, me
So
too.
I did just get that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's yeah. I'm like probably just over a year ago, I went into this. I had like a bit of a reassessment and like a bit of a talking to myself that it was actually when I like started the Planet Tech channel as a break off thing. But I was like, I am just gonna stick really to like I'm gonna complete Monkey Kid. Like I'm sticking with that, but like I'm really trying to just stay with Star Wars for now, and like because a lot of the content I want to do is around Star Wars, so there's like a bit of a justification for splashing a bit there. But like getting sets that I was buying some really random sets like like a couple of years ago, anything that went more than 30% off, I was like, yeah, I can find a reason for that, and I just never did. And so I'm currently going through a lot of my collection now as I like bring it over and being like, right, do I want this? Do I not? Like, am I going to get the value out of it? Probably not. Okay, I'm gonna sort of move this on and put the money towards better things. But yeah, so I'm really trying to stick to Star Wars. Although that Orca, the city set with the Orca,
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that one.
I have to get that. I love killer whales so much. So that one's gonna be a buy for sure. But the last city boat went down quite cheap. I think it was like retail 125, and it went down to like 60 quid once, and I was like kicking myself that I didn't get that at that price. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to bide my time with the Orca, I think, and wait for a good deal, because the city sets are pretty good usually for a good like 30% off at least at some point somewhere. So
it's like the Friends set. It's something that never really caught my eye, if I'm honest. Didn't really interest me. But this next wave of Friends set, I'm thinking that's got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
So colourful. There's some interesting builds, some interesting techniques, and I'm just thinking, I wouldn't mind a couple of those sets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so bothered about the dolls and such, but it's the actual sets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the botanical gardens. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, the friend, like for the last couple of years, really, Friends has been like really
Really
hitting it out of the
good.
park
Yeah.
in terms of their buildings and stuff. They're just so much better than City. And I think if I had a Lego City, I'd be doing a lot more conversions of Lego Friends sets into things that fit into a like scalable city than I would actually City, because other than like a few of their like food trucks and like the like 15 to 20 pound city sets, outside of that the buildings have just been really lackluster. But yeah, that Friends Botanical Gardens is beautiful.
I wonder about the dome though. Recently I've been getting a lot of the transparent pieces and they're just scratched, and you think that would ruin that for me. You know, come on Lego, let's sort this out, you know, especially with the transparent pieces. Let's not have scratched pieces, because it just ruins it. You know, it's on display, you know.
Yeah,
ruins it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know that they can protect them, because when I built the UCS land speeder, the cockpit piece was surrounded in this like sticky wrapper that you just peeled away. So it was absolutely pristine. So I know they can do it.
Yeah. All it takes is for them to put them in like a separate bag, or like the individual pieces in a separate bag. They did it with like big figs come in their own bag. So I don't see why they can't put these big, because it's like usually maybe one or two pieces a set. It's not it's not tons and tons of pieces, is it? So
right. I guess it must be a business decision if Lego realizes that so many people call in, and that then the cost extends of wrapping it, of sending it out instead of wrapping it, that it's cheaper to wrap it in the first place.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. Did you ever get your piece that you had a cockpit that was scratched, didn't you, Matt?
Yeah, no, I have got to make the phone call, because it's that one, the Ghostbusters one. I think I missed the boat on the blue Mustang. That one was also scratched. Like every big one of those which I've got has been scratched, and it's just getting the time to call customer service and put the list together. But no, that's definitely one.
It does ruin the whole build, though, doesn't it? You know, when you get a piece like that, there's the prime display piece, and it's scratched. Just ruin it.
So,
but now, Matt, you have a new goal to do it. Because you do it now for the community. You have a new reason to do it. You do not only need to call them for yourself. You need to nudge Lego to realize everyone calls. So you do it for the community.
And yeah, I'm a bit worried when I'm going to ring up and it's sort of like, asking for essentially these 3 really expensive pieces. And it's sort of like, did you really buy this? And it's like, well actually the couple of them were through the actual Lego store, so you can see that there. Like,
yeah.
Because apparently one of the things that Trey had a lot of people ring up and say, oh yes, these complete minifigures are missing out of this set. It's like, yeah, we don't think so.
Yeah, how do you reckon they tackle that? Because like there's got to be some genuine cases of that. Like I find it hard to believe across the amount of sets that they've ever produced there's not been a case where like at least a good chunk of the minifigure was missing. Maybe like an exclusive printed torso and head or something. Like, yeah, like it's so tricky because you're like,
I think, from talking to some people who deal with it, they do keep statistics on it, and they are, obviously if you keep on doing it or you do it frequent enough that it raises a red flag, they go, yeah, well the chances are for this, no, like,
yeah.
But I mean, I also look at it too, and you probably do sometimes as well. The number of VIP points which are there, you really think that I'm having you on with this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, it doesn't take one look at your buying history to go, well, yeah, no, he does have that set, or they have that set if they purchase through Lego, and then if not, well, you spend enough on Lego, like you said, and things like scratch glasses. That is going to be so common for them. It's going to be hard for them to rebuttal that, and you just take a picture of it at the end of the day, can't you? And be like, "This is it. It's come, and it's all scuffed up." So.
Yeah. Well, I think with the X-Wing, I actually had it on, did it on the live stream where as soon as I pulled it out, it's like, this is scratched to hell. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But,
and just to put, like I say, a little bit of plastic tape, which was around my one in the UCS, it saves all that hassle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could understand it if it was like a £15 set or something like that, but you know, these are high price point sets. They're not kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the quality you're paying for. Like,
Right. And can you imagine how much it must cost Lego? It must have been in the. It can't even be a cent to wrap plastic around a plastic piece.
Yeah. Like I said, they've done it for like big figs that have got like very little printing on, and then they've like had the big fig. I just think of like the Monkey Kid sets that I bought with Sandy in it, and it would have like the body in one, and then the arms, and then I think the hands all in like one plastic thing, but that was like segmented off.
Right.
So yeah, it's and that was in like a £40 set. So it surely can't be too hard for them to do that in a UCS set.
Yeah, yeah.
But what do I know?
I just think it's also a numbers game. It's sort of like in terms of the production and the way that it affects the factory versus how many people are actually going to call up. Is it just cheaper for us to, you know, send out a couple of good ones than, you know, for every, you know, 200 people which buy it, only one person is going to call and complain about it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
About the other one.
So, I know we opened the show up a little bit with it. The Pac-Man arcade cabinet set has been announced. Does anybody have any sort of thoughts and feelings on it?
It's another one of those that I think the concept is really interesting. But it's going to be the novelty wears off super quickly, and then and like it was mentioned, you can buy an actual Pac-Man thing for that price, which I guess is it relevant? I don't know. Are you you're obviously going into it buying it knowing it's like a novelty thing, but yeah. I don't know. Are they going a bit too hard with these like retro gaming things? Is it getting a bit stale? There's also the like half football pitch as well that's coming out.
I do not like that.
Yeah. Until it goes half price at lego.com, and then we go, oh, well, that's a good deal.
I've heard that like 4 times today already, and I only saw it for the first time today.
Yeah. Well, like the only reason I bought the table football was because of the like the tons of face prints and stuff, and the pieces were good enough that I built the set, but eventually I'm sure I'll like strip it for parts when I need them for a mock or something. So I could at the sale price that we got that for, I could absolutely justify, because I was going through and like designing a load of custom minifigures, and I was like, oh, that's from the table football set. That's from the table football set. And at the time, they were like £2, £3, £4 per head. Then I'd have had to have bought the hands to match as well. So out of all the legwork, it was just easier to buy the set. We built the set, had a good time doing that, and I think it was quite fun to just kind of have a little play around with. But yeah, I don't know if I can have that same justification for the for the football pitch. We'll see. There does look like a lot of custom, a lot of new face prints and skin tones and stuff, which is what I like.
Yeah, I think the original genesis of at least this channel having sort of more of a regular panel sort of thing came out of sort of everyone getting that set sort of thing, the foosball. Because I think much the same, it was at such a really good price, and by the time you factored in game one, whether you did it with VIP or gift with purchase and all the rest of it, and yeah, saw that one which has come out now, and it's sort of like it's half a pitch, it's got next to no build, no nothing to it. I think is it $89, which is probably what, £75 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you consider, I think most of us were able to get that foosball table for about 115-ish.
Yeah.
And it's going to have the full thing, a full complement of characters. Like there's actually a lot of pieces in the actual structure of building it. But it's almost like, who is that set appealing to? Is it the women of football or something, or have I missed?
I think so.
Is it based on an actual football team? I haven't actually even looked and clicked onto the images because I was like, well, I'm not in sport, so. But is it based on because my first thought when I heard it was like a women's football team was like the English team, because obviously they've been doing way better than the men's team.
Yeah.
So it was like what I thought maybe it was to do with, but it might not be. Maybe it's just a generic team. I don't know.
I did see one of the comments of one of the posts that one of them looked like they resembled a specific. I don't think any of the kits are associated to a team per se, but I don't know if they've kind of modeled a few of the players around women footballers. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know much about that. I can't really say.
But that would be really, really cool, because I have the German soccer team, which won one of the World Championships, and I really like it.
That's a really cool set of minifigures. I've got that one too. Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah.
Is this now the third sort of football set that they've? Oh no, I'm thinking of obviously they'll have this new one. They'll have the foosball table, and then you've had obviously all the different stadiums.
Yeah, it's been 3 stadiums.
I mean, obviously, I think there's been 3.
Yeah, Old Trafford, Bernabeu, and
was it Barcelona?
Barcelona's what's that? Camp Nou. Yeah, that's it.
Camp Nou. Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense as to why they're going after it, but I wonder if it's just not sticking the landing as such.
I see. Sorry, guys. I've seen now why they're bringing it out. I've just quickly looked it up on Brick Fanatics, and apparently it's because the FIFA Women's World Cup is this summer, and there are actually some of the minifigs based on real life footballers.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
So that'll be why. There's 15 minifigs, 899 pieces. Because I did think, as I said, I didn't click into looking at when I saw the images up on my phone, but I did think I briefly saw names in front of some of the minifigs. So yeah, some of them are based on actual people across different teams.
I really wish that they would have done the associated jerseys to go with each of them, because if I'm right, they're the same kits as the ones from the foosball table, right?
They look very similar. They're all just the same.
Yeah.
They're all just wearing red.
Yeah. But yeah,
because it says only red jerseys and shorts. You'll have trouble setting up 2 opposing teams.
Yeah.
That is a bit weird that they would do it that way.
Yeah.
But that would, as you say, if it's because the what is it, the final or something or other this year, then that would make sense for them to at least try to bring it out to line up with that.
Yeah. Okay.
But because years ago they had the NBA one, which didn't really seem to do that well at the time. I mean,
And I think then, because that's about 20 years ago now, didn't do well at the time, which means there's not very many of them, which means that if you do try to get them, they're really expensive.
Yeah.
Is it the sort of thing, though, that sports just generally doesn't translate well to Lego? Like, has there ever been sort of anything which has worked?
I don't really know, because like for the most part, I don't think the stadiums have been all that well received. What I do know though is a lot of those old like early 2000s football sets, which were almost like Subbuteo-esque with the like spring minifigure legs, are really quite popular on the aftermarket now, and like can get quite pricey. So I do wonder if they had made this set maybe like a bit more interactive, somewhere between like even just to have like a couple of sticks where you could kind of like move from the side of the pitch,
Be
and like
amazing.
mimic some like penalty shootouts or just something like that, and like you could control the goalkeeper either way. Like that would have been kind of fun. But yeah, this kind of looks, I'm just looking at the picture now, it looks like not really a lot for something that you can't really interact with unless you're, I don't know.
It's like, I think that is the thing, like with the sports sets, they are trying to target a very specific niche. So only people that are like supporting a certain team when they brought out the stadiums are going to buy it. And even then, I mean, obviously you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I just don't think maybe a lot of sport playing people, like big fanatic people, maybe are generally Lego builders. I don't know. Like they might get it as a gift or they might think to buy it, but I mean, you know, I think they're investing a lot of time and effort putting these designs out and the molds and everything like this that they have to do, and they're not really going to get, you know, anything back from it. And then again, this is still a very niche market, like unless you're a Lego fan but also a football fan and maybe like a supporter of women's football, which is still like quite a hard thing for us to try and like raise awareness and support to these days. Like it's a hard one, but yeah, like you said, Matt, I can see why they're doing it, but yeah, I don't know.
I think this would have sold so much better. I think it would have sold so much better if they had done associated kits, because like people, I don't know. It seems like a half-assed license thing to like put the faces of the players on the box and like advertise it as that, but then not to go. I guess because licensing then would have got expensive because you'd have had to get like the country's kit and then the kit sponsor if they wanted, like, and then you've got to associate with like Nike, Adidas, like tons of different things essentially. I guess is why they haven't done it. But I would have bought it if they had their kits. I would have got this because I think I would have liked to have had all the players.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a missed opportunity, I think.
Yeah, because then it could have almost been sold a little bit like I'm trying to collect a lot of the kind of like women role model sort of sets. So I've got the Amelia Earhart one, I've got the Jane Goodall one. I still need to get the Women in NASA one, but these are all like based off of actual people.
Yeah.
So like, because I really want to do like a nice display in a glass cabinet, like when I'm older, and I'll put it in Nova's room and like my baby's room. But like, I would have probably done the same. Actually, I'm not even a football fan, but just to show diversity of like, you can do anything and like all this kind of, you know, I probably would have done the same. Yeah, but even though they're based on real people, you can't tell because they're all wearing the same torsos. So I totally echo what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they the number of, you know, there's been quite a number of females who come across who, you know, got into Lego and they cite, you know, the Women of NASA sort of things and those sets that, you know, sort of got them into that or sort of was a gateway into it. So I can also understand them trying to do that. I think just as you were saying a bit before, Maxine, something popped in mind in that it's overgeneralizing, but people generally into Lego are somewhat more introverted or very sort of, I wouldn't say process driven, but just sort of think in a certain way, generally are not so much into sports, just inherent. So I think it's a weird one to, you're almost appealing to, you know, and maybe it's not for AFOLs or people who are already into it, but, you know, trying to target those other people. But I think more to Tech's point in terms of, well, if you're going to do that, you need to
have the proper kits and everything to really get there. So I think much like the bat cave bat box, the thing which I do like about it is they are trying stuff. Like, you know, it might be a swing and a miss, but you know, at least they are trying different things in different flavors. And it's sort of like, okay, as much as we might have wanted a UCS bat cave, you know, just a more detailed build of, say, like the 1966 sort of bat cave sort of one, at least they are, you know, doing other different things and trying. And it's just a numbers game. If you are trying stuff, some of it's just not going to hit.
Yeah.
But then I think Brickapix has been able to phrase it much more eloquently there. She's going, we're just nerds with it. Or geeks. Pick your poison, I guess.
Oh.
I think there's something else which I sort of saw. Apparently, sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, were you going to say something?
No, it's just I wanted to declare my undying love for the Batcave.
Bat book.
Yeah, I think at the top of the stream you mentioned that. So, yeah, at least there's one person who's going to be buying it.
I shall look
I
forward
don't think a lot of people are going to buy it.
I shall look forward to all your Instagram photographs of you building it, Nicole.
I will try to share as much as possible.
I think they're maybe bringing it out slightly too early because it's obviously supposed to try and hit with people because the new Batman film's coming out, but I haven't seen much about the new Batman film, to be honest. And we're Batman fans. I don't know if it's too dark, but we like this is all, you can faintly see the Batwing there, but this is all Batman stuff because my partner's a bat ecologist, so he was like, I need to have all the bat stuff with Batman.
Yeah.
That's why your camera was upside down.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, we'll end up probably getting it eventually, but not at the price it is right now. Nah, don't want it enough. It's a lot of pieces to it though. It's a really big build. But again, that's another one like you say, Matt, they're experimenting, but that is just what I'm like, how in the hell are we gonna display that? Like where, how, like what? I don't know. Nicole,
fold it up on a bookshelf. Fold it up on a bookshelf.
Yeah, because that's what I plan to do. I want it there on a shelf. I like it better to have a closed up set that is a real display set instead of another Batcave that is a play set, which looks awkward on a shelf because it's not really closed up. That's why I love the dioramas. They are closed up. They are not really play sets. They are in itself a closed up area which is clearly defined. That's the start, that's the end of it.
Yeah, I do love, I know what you're saying. If you display it, especially with the bat silhouette, it's going to be a lovely display piece. But then I think all the detail and all the design work and all the effort that's gone inside this particular set, you will never see that unless you display it in an open way. You know what I mean? You'll miss that. Whereas a diorama, it's designed so you can actually see everything that's going on.
Right.
I just think, but you can display it.
Right, but you are 100% true. The only thing is that I always think exactly the same when I build my modular buildings each year. There is so much lovely stuff going on which no one will ever see again.
Very true. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, no, you are true.
Touché.
That's also something.
No, you are right.
That's kind of put. There's another thing. Go back to the cantina. Is I think probably why I'm like a bit on the fence of that is because if you want to view that at its best, it kind of needs to be open up, and then it takes up a ton of room.
Right.
Because I don't know if just sat on a shelf closed up is doing.
You can actually take all the roof parts off. So it has like a main roof part, and then it has like little mini roofs for like all the kind of booths. So you can actually see all the details if you just take the roofs off if you want to keep it closed up.
Okay.
So
if you could have it like at some like a little bit tilted almost, like you could like see down into it on like a general shelf. That would be quite cool, I guess.
I think the only awkward thing about the build is almost like also a nice thing is that it comes with like little side builds as well. So it comes with like some side buildings and stuff, one of which can join to the main build quite well, and the other one's just like meant to be more of a side build. So you have to get creative with how you would display that if you're slanting it. But I'd definitely say, like, especially when John Lewis put on offer, I'd say it's really worth it.
I feel like I feel like it's one of those. If it crossed paths at the time and I can afford to get it, I will get it, and I think it will be a good investment if I don't ever decide on opening it. But I've got it if I change my mind, and I really do. But like I love getting different aliens, and I wonder how many of the molds that they made for that set they'll reuse. I'd like to think they would, but you just never know with Lego sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite one is like the little Matt character. So cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cute.
The cantina was meant to retire at the end of this year, and it looks like they've extended it to the end of next year. So.
Oh, okay. That's something. Well, so whilst that is great, it does make you think like, okay, so they're probably not going to touch this for a long, long time after then if they're going to like extend its normal run. So looks like I'm getting the cantina.
I know you're like glad it's still getting extended, but I'm like, damn it!
Yeah,
come on, retire already! Come on!
Yeah.
Oh. You can't always know. Like they'll tell you retirement dates, and then they just change it at the last minute, and you're like, yeah. Like I just kind of squirreled away that money within an investment, and now it's like, yeah, I'm not exactly going to return it because it is still a really good price. That I think it was $275 or something like that at John Lewis. So really, really good. But yeah, my issue is right now is that's kind of squirreled up our money as well as another Disney castle as well. So yeah. Just need them. Well, the Disney castle's retired, but it's almost like I want the new one to be like really rubbish, and everyone wishes they got the old one, and I can be like, "Hello." If it never sells, though, if I never make like a good price on it, I'll obviously be a bit annoyed. But at the same time, I'm like, and it's an excuse for like a big Disney castle mock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think my partner will allow that. But...
Did you buy a lot of stuff?
To me, it feels like the couple.
Oh, sorry, I totally missed what anyone said there.
Do you buy a lot of stuff for investment?
At the beginning, we were thinking along those lines, but then we quickly realized, oh no, that means we can't really buy anything for us. So we had in our mind sets that we were like, we will buy that for investment when it's on sale or whatever. So the cantina. And then the Disney castle wasn't one that we'd planned on buying until we saw how well it did post-retirement.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we should have got that. And I actually saw it, like, obviously, after it retired, it was crazy, the price for it. But I managed to get it just over RRP from, like, a small store down south.
Okay.
Otherwise, we just pick up, like, we keep, like, extra GWPs that we have. We don't open them. And, like, small, oh, God, how many of those battle packs have I got? I've got, like, 20 501 battle packs. Like, it's ridiculous. They're in the loft somewhere. Yeah, it's usually like the small Star Wars stuff that we'll try and get. That's why we're annoyed that we haven't got the Mace Windu one. We haven't been able to grab that one. But yeah, I wouldn't say a lot. I'm in two minds about trying to get some of the Disney 100 stuff. Yeah. Like and saying that, I'm talking about I don't invest. We've picked up so many Sorcerer Mickey CMFs because we've got really good at feeling them out. So we have like so many extra ones of those because I think they'll do well. But that's not you know, that's not going to be crazy big money or anything, but it's just
Yeah.
nice to have. But I don't know. I feel like maybe some of the Disney 100 ones will be good, like the Disney Villains set.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as I said, I don't want to like store away money. I'd
Yeah.
rather spend for sets for us. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah. I went like 2019. I went like quite hard on on buying quite a lot. And then in the last like year or two, or like it's probably like the last year, I hadn't really bought much at all, and I'm just starting to again. Really, because I kind of stopped. I stopped sort of seeking out a lot of the deals. There was a lot of sets that I wanted to buy for myself, so it kind of ate up a lot of my like Lego buying budget, so to say. But like more recently, I've started picking up stuff again because I want to start flipping Lego a bit more quickly. Like a lot of the sets that I bought back in like 2019, 2020 have now retired. So I'm starting to see them like go up in price. So I plan on getting a vendor table at the Oxford Brick Festival in July, I think that is. So yeah, I'm kind of getting stuff. I'm going through my stuff now and kind of seeing what I've got and making sure I've inventoried it all, seeing what the prices are to then like go sell there. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, and that would be because I'm kind of done with trying with eBay. Like it just seems like anytime I sell anything of like decent value, there's like a customer has an issue with something, and then it's like, well, do you really have it? Like, So I think I'd rather do like the face-to-face. So I've sold a few bits on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and that seems pretty good. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm interested to see how this Oxford Brick Festival thing goes up. I've been watching a couple of channels that do a lot of investing videos and goes to a lot of those events. This guy called Ian Bricks. He goes.
I was about to say, if you've watched Ian, all his videos. Yeah,
I'm loving his stuff. And like every time
you can't beat one of Ian's Lego hauls for investment, can you?
No, he goes in. He goes in. So yeah, I've been enjoying him a lot recently.
Yeah, you don't want to be put in a stall next to him.
No, no, we do not.
Or just like take a $5 off if you've got the same price.
Yeah.
That last video, I think he had a discontinued. What was it? I'm trying to think what it was. It was something a modular. It was over £1,000.
He's did that to a few shows, I think. Yeah. And then yeah.
I think it's hard to compare yourself though, because he's obviously been at this game for a while and he knows his stuff. Whereas, for example, like I'm relatively new to it and I learned really quickly. There's certain things you maybe shouldn't like. You know your budget, so if you have to almost start off with a good amount of money just for investing, and then you have to be okay with maybe like waiting before you can really buy much else for yourself or for investing, because you need to give it that time so you can flip it and make the money back. So it's a hard one to find a balance, I think, and obviously they've racked up the prices for Lego as well, so it's just this is not the right year for me really to be trying to squirrel away money for investment, because it is Disney 100 and I am like a walking Disney fanatic right here, so it was never going to work. But do you have any Disney sets?
Do I have any Disney sets? I think I've got, I can't remember. I think I bought the Steamboat Willie set. I can't remember if I got an extra 1 or 2 of those.
We were talking about this last week, and I was literally like, "This is my set that I want."
I can't remember if because I bought last week. Yeah, I went through obviously pre-war situation. I went through and found that you could buy a lot from Russia, and the shipping wasn't all that bad. This is pre-war. Like I haven't done it since. But I went through a mad run of finding. So go, Matt.
I thought at one stage, Tech, you actually bought something, and I think the postage was absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, that was from America. I bought I managed to get a friend to find those Best Bin dual sets that were the Star Wars Celebration or San Diego Comic-Con exclusive things. Yeah. And yeah, he shipped them over, and that just got outrageously expensive. So I don't even know if the price of those sets have accumulated what I ended up paying for the postage. But no, and I think I even found this one guy that, like, if you bought over, I mean, it was a fairly high threshold, but for international shipping from Russia, like, if you spent over £250, then you got like free shipping. And so I that's why I think I got 3 of the Steamboat Willies, because I think he had just retired. And I got a few of the 20th anniversary slave ones. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I got multiples of the Steamboat Willie, because I thought, oh, this would be a good investment, but it turns out it's not really gone up that much. I think it's
it's dirt cheap. Like,
One you'll take, one or
it's
two
not
off
like
your
I've
hand.
struggled to find it. I just haven't gotten round to like saying, right, this is what my money is going towards now.
Yeah.
Because as I said, all the new stuff's coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, what's it called? Friends.
When I go through, like I said, I'm going through because a lot of it's up in the loft at my mum's house at the moment. So as I go through it, I'll let you know if I find it.
Friends rates.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Friends rates.
that was the most
Friends
suspenseful mulling over in your head. Like, I was like, see if he says Steamboat Willie.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I was just trying to think of a lot of the bigger. I don't even know if I've bought. Can't think of too many of the other big Disney sets in the last, like, it was since like 2019 that I don't think I've got Winnie the. I've got a sealed Winnie the Pooh at the moment, but that's still on shelves. I had intended on opening it, but then I got one for Paige, so Paige has got one and built it. So, like, do I need to open mine? Probably not.
That's just about on sale again at Argos as well, I think. Actually.
Yeah, that went down to like £75, I think. So that's a pretty good one. But no, can you think of any other Disney ones that have, oh no, I nearly pulled the trigger on the Disney train as an investment. It went quite low at the Disney store when it retired the same time as a lot of the Disney stores closed. Disney pulled a ton of their retail stores out.
Yeah, we went into mourning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
there's only one now.
Is there? Is it the one in London?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down in July just so I can be like, I remember this now.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we used to have a couple in Edinburgh. Now they're like.
Yeah. So I nearly picked up the Disney train, but other than that, I can't think of any other Disney sets that I had got. But I think I got.
Did you get the buildable Mickey and Minnie?
I bought those. I've got that to build. Just not got around to building them yet. And with that leak, with that when they did all those Disney leaks not that long ago, they looked like there was like a Donald in very much in the same style. So I'm like, oh, I gotta keep hold of this one now.
Yeah, but he looks terrifying though. He's like,
yeah, he does look kind of creepy.
What do you remember that program when we were younger? It was like Dracula or something like that. If anyone in the chat or in the panel knows what I'm talking about, please tell me because I'm not making this up. It's like Count Duckula.
Oh, yeah. I know
like
you
that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is terrifying. I hope this isn't real. But I want the Simba one to be real.
Yes, I want the Simba one to be real. The Simba looks fantastic. Just like Bowser. Like the sculpting on that is like fantastic.
Oh, it'd be good if it was like Bowser and you could like move it and then you can do the whole nah.
Yeah.
All these limbs just go.
That's gonna be every single person's reel, isn't it? When it comes to that set comes out, I just feel like lifting.
Yeah. But the difference being, you just climb up a really big hill that looks like Cloud Rock, and then yours will stand out more.
In a Rafiki costume.
Oh, Matt's got Bowser. Oh, the amount of people that like their YouTube channels went absolutely viral because they did something with the Bowser set. There's a guy I have on Instagram and he was about 500 subs and now he's over 6k just because like that's what like shot it off for him. It was like he got over 1 million views or something, and I messaged him. I was like, whoa dude, what happened? And he's like, I don't know. It was so funny. They just had him singing the Jack Black song.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot with the they have the Bowser, seen the Jack Black with the piano. I do have somewhere downstairs, and so like I really should do that, but I probably missed the boat on it. So
Yeah. Yeah, there was a Lego store that did that display, and that was the first thing we thought. We were like, oh, I wonder if there's anyone out there that has the Bowser and the piano set, because that would look cool. I do want the piano set as well, but again, that's like Nicole. I've got like so many sets that are like those expensive kind of price tags that are just keep moving down the list of priorities. So. Yeah.
And if you want to buy the Bowser, it's just my hourly advertisement for Amazon Germany. If you want to buy the Bowser, it's one for I think 180 euros at the moment.
Have you got affiliate links?
Not yet, but I should.
You should get some. Yeah.
Why do you think she comes on the English language ones?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right in the scope.
Right.
Yeah, I think Bowser has been on sale.
Every other German's trying to sell it to Germans, where she's sort of like,
did you know these the
the
owner of Amazon is just fake news? Real owner of Amazon is me, and how Amazon got I'm on a mission.
Yeah, Bowser went before the movie. It went down quite a bit. I think 130 was the lowest Bowser went here.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
I think it's £200 at the moment in Argos.
Yeah, retail's 220. I've said it would be so like if I ever did a city one day, Bowser would be such a cool thing to have like stomping around the city, like maybe versus like the Monkey Kid mech or something.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll hit that one off if it goes that cheap again. But again, it's one of those ones that just trickles down the list when other things come out.
Yeah.
I wonder if Lego ever wonder, oh, have we not got this quite right? This is selling, but it's not getting the numbers that we thought. But really, it is that people want it; they just cannot budget for it all. Like
yeah. And just their price points are just a little over what people are actually prepared to spend on.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially a lot of these icon sets that are very much a novelty.
And between the icons and then some of the one-offs that they keep on bringing out, like whether it's a Lord of the Rings or some of the other IPs that they just do the one or two of. And go through and do those videos on the top 5 most expensive. Like down in 2013, you get the top 5 for under £1,000. Whereas the top 5 last year was like $2,500, and the top 5 this year it was probably going to be over 3. So it's like you just you can't.
Yeah.
And not everything that is big and expensive is fun too. Because if you look at the Eiffel Tower, probably not fun to build. I'm not sure if the Titanic is that much fun to build.
Yeah.
Whereas in the new Ninjago,
I think
that looks fun to build.
Right.
Fun to build, really good price point. Yeah, all those figures, like it's
right.
It's all that.
Can you tell I'm still trying to talk myself out of that?
I feel like we'll be seeing a speed build of that in the next couple of months.
I keep looking at it though, Ted. I do keep looking at it, but I'm thinking, okay, I'd have to put the other sets aside that I'd like and just get that one, or do I concentrate on getting all the other little bits and bobs that I'd like and just leave that alone? I don't know. It does look a fun build though, yeah.
Like you said, it's how much of that completionist mentality can you put to one side, because those other two, unless you're really going to want to spend, it's going to be, I don't even know what like parting them together is like. It's to like go through Bricklink and get the pieces. I don't know how many exclusive parts, or I know there's quite a lot of stickers. I think Titanium J said in a chat the other day that the sticker sheets alone for those older ones are like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I think I saw one about £40-50.
Oh, ouch.
That's just for stickers.
Yeah.
At that point, you're sort of like, how much do you want the pure one versus just getting a knockoff one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody on eBay was selling Ninjago Gardens. I think it had obviously been built, so it all been bagged up, but no stickers and no box. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you mind that there is no box?
The box doesn't bother me, but I would have liked the stickers. But I'm not bothered by the box. No, the box doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Do you all keep your boxes and manuals and all this kind of thing, or?
I keep my manuals, but I destroy the boxes because you just have nowhere to store. And right now, I don't think I'm going to sell any.
Fair.
Right.
Yeah.
So I keep all the manuals and everything.
The boxes for big sets. The boxes for sets I'll generally hang on to, but like when like a Batmobile and those sorts of things. But yeah, most of the other ones, just sort of get rid of, and instructions I used to put all together in the storage boxes and things like that. But generally never ever went back into them, and if I did, you just download the PDF. So it's gone.
Yeah. I wonder if they will just completely get rid of manuals altogether and it will just be all online eventually.
I think one day. I think we're quite a way away from that yet. I think they
hope
tried it
not,
with
because that's the problem you had with the Mario. Yeah.
Because that would be a major shift
And that's
to the
obviously all
AFOL
the
market.
Bricklink designer ones.
Yeah. Because the Bricklink designer
Bricklink
program
designer ones.
Sorry, I think there's some
That
mega
delay- I
lag
think
with
that
you, Matt,
delay's
so you're
really hitting
echoing
it
each
now.
other. Someone else has joined us.
One in,
Oh,
one
Matt
out.
transformed into Kerry. That's a trick.
How did you get rid of him? How did you do that?
I have no idea. 1 minute, let me sort this out. He's actually put me in when I wasn't even ready. To be fair, I've literally just pressed join and not actually.
He's having all sorts of technical difficulties, but welcome, Kerry. How are you?
I'm good. I was listening in the car on the way home, and I think you missed up friends with benefits and mates rates.
I know. I was like, oh
You
wait,
like
I know that I could.
rates?
Yeah, what is it? What did you just say? Mates rates. That's it.
Mates rates.
And I said friends rates or something. Like that.
Friends
Wait, what did I
rates.
say? Friends benefit? No, I definitely didn't say
No.
friends benefits because I
said
knew that
friends
would sound
rates.
weird.
You're like, what is it, friends? I'm like, don't say friends with benefits. Don't do it.
Speaking of Kerry, I still need to slip into your DMs and ask you some questions about the last 2 weeks.
Alright, cool. That's fine. What about the minifigs? Or
Yes, it was like all the kind of hushy, let's not talk about on stream supplier
I don't think
thing.
it's hush, actually, to be fair, because they're a business, so. But I can't remember what they're called. 1 minute.
I feel like if something has a website, it's pretty,
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt's back.
Oh, God. 1 minute. Someone's at my front door. That's
All I heard is
That was
so
so weird.
with friends with benefits, and it's like, what's going on?
I have baby brain. Okay,
Do I come
text and
back?
have it
Just
soon.
let it run.
You left and Kerry came in.
I did. Oh, what's it called? It's called. Where are we? Oh, here we go. 1 minute.
Yeah, I dare not leave Kerry longer than 2 seconds in the green room, because then,
You
that
put me
would
in
be.
this time. I'm like, I'm already in the room. It's called Brick
I think I'm gonna.
UK. There we go. 1 minute. Oh, right. I'm sorted out.
Anyhow,
Well, you
how are
quickly
going,
stopped
Kerry?
calling
Good to
it
see
the
you.
Kerry room, Matt. Is that because Kerry is here now?
Oh, God.
I was about to tell her about that, but seeing that you.
The Kerry room. How rude.
yeah, we don't have the green room anymore. It's the carry room.
Oh, dear. Anyway, what's everybody building? Oh, that's on my list of things to get. That with Groot.
He's on sale at the moment in Tesco for 20. How much did we say, Tech? I've already forgotten. £27.
27, I think, club card price. Yeah.
I tried to buy him, but he wasn't there in Tesco,
no.
so I think he's all.
We had
out.
loads at our one.
Yeah.
I'll have to pop in and check mine on again. Speed champions. Yeah, cars. Big boss. Yeah, I am literally. I'm not into speed champions at all. Sorry, Trevor.
Did a wing off the X-Wing.
No interest whatsoever. Oh, X-Wing is excellent. And I am going to build something small because I am so very late. We close at 9 o'clock and somebody walked in at 5 to 9 and I'm like that. Hi. Of course you can come in. That's fine. And then somebody else followed them and I'm like, what is going on? You're now just winding me up. So, and then when we said, can we get desserts, please? And I was like, of course you can. Of course you can get desserts. I'm here to serve. I was not best pleased though. But never mind. Still had a good time. Oh. Just found Brady Castaway that I've not built that I've forgotten about.
I feel like that's what my house has started to turn into. It's like you're just like stumbling along, and you're like, oh, a Lego set just appeared. Nowhere.
Sometimes on the smaller ones, I will buy them more than once because I've forgotten that I've bought them.
I've done that with minifigs. I've got 3 Frozones now.
Oh, I've got 2 of the Buzz Lightyear brickheads. I've got 2 Sand Troopers, Tusken Raiders. I've got 2 of a lot of Star Wars sets, and I'm not even a collector to make money either. So not one of those.
I think we're starting to push up against 2 hours, and I was just going to keep it down to 2 hours tonight because I'm on a plane early tomorrow. So I might just sort of around, see what everyone's been up to and what you've got coming up on your channels. First, pop over to do in the order they can see it. Maxine, what have you got? I know you've got something.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. What have I got coming up?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, it's like last week.
Yeah,
when
what have you got coming
like,
up, and how'd you go on with your build tonight?
Okay, so my build tonight, Groot is coming along. He just doesn't have a head.
Oh.
I'll give him my head. No, he's getting there though. He's such a nice size. I love the size of this build. I always end up thinking the builds are going to be bigger than what they are, and usually it disappoints me. But I really like the size of him, so he's going to go well with Grogu and Wally. I'm going to join the little crew over there. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. In terms of what I have coming up on my channel, as you know, Matt, I had planned a live stream like this time next week for release day. And it just so happens that you're obviously not available, so I am going to invite some people onto my stream. So please check that out if you have nothing else on. And I'll be opening up the new Disney sets that are coming out, so the Disney Villain set and I can't remember what it's called, the one with like all the little characters, the one that's not the frame, because I'm hoping the frame's going to get discounted at some point, so I'll be buying that later. And then otherwise, just keep an eye on my channel because I've got lots of content coming. That's me.
Oh, that's
Brilliant,
incredible.
excellent.
Oni,
Yeah,
can you
'cause,
hold up
next
again
week
your build? Because I need to ask Mac a question. If you hold up your build, Groot without a head, Matt, What does it this remind you of? Isn't there for artists a figure something to learn
Oh yeah,
how to draw?
yeah. It's like the models that you get, so you can build. You can like draw a person. That is so true.
Yeah,
You could use it for that.
the little wooden
He's
figure.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not super like
Either that
versatile
or
just because the little ball
if,
thing only
you
goes
could-
this way. So, yeah.
that way.
His arms are quite
If you
twisty, but
modified
the legs
the
are.
head, you could probably do a what do they call it? The out of Stranger Things. What was that main
Yeah.
Demigorgon? Was it?
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Or someone also did like a mock where it was like something out of The Last of Us, and that's why I wasn't really actually fussed about buying Groot because it really put me off. So I was like, it's scary. Like, but yeah, no, I think he's gonna, because he was discounted. We picked him up, and actually, so many people do really cool displays with him. There was one. I think it was actually Wicked Brick. Obviously, I get spammed with their emails like everyone else, and they have like new custom displays they were advertising. And there was one in their picture, and it has like Groot, and he's on the Vespa. And I was like, that's so cool. So I really want the Vespa now.
Yeah.
It's that Vespa is on offer in Argos.
Oh,
at the
don't,
moment.
Trevor.
I look at Argos every morning when I get it. The first thing I do, right, what's Argos got on offer?
Ah, dear.
Well, the best one is late Monday night, Tuesday morning. That's when they generally turn a lot of the deals over. So, yeah. Cool. All right, then. Yeah, just as what he was saying, next week I'm not actually streaming at this time. It's just going to be a week off because I won't be near a computer to be able to do that. So Bonnie's going to be streaming on her channel with, as she said, some Disney. So be sure to check her out for next week then. And now moving along, Trevor, how did you get on tonight, and what do you have on your channel? It sounds like Tech is going to convince you to do one of these speed builds on Ninjago City Markets or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to still talk myself out of that one, but we'll see. This was the build. This is one of the cars. I think this is the McLaren F1 LM, it's called. I parked it down an unknown street, so it's had the wheels taken off, so I'm sorry about that. But this interests me very, very deeply because normally on a Speed Champions, you used to get the chassis. So that's to build the other car, the other McLaren, and that's what you normally get when you build the Speed Champions range. This, because it's so low and so a lot longer than that chassis, you actually get to build it with Technic pins and actually just normal bricks. So, and you build upon that. And that was really interesting because I was looking for that. I thought, oh, you normally get two of these if you got a twin pack, but there's only one. So you just build the chassis with the Technic pins and the bricks. So, and this is, they've got some lovely building techniques on there.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Speed Champions are great for build techniques in like
yeah.
such compact spaces.
It's like, oh, I can show you this. Falling apart. It's like this piece here, which is like a half circle. You probably know the technical term for that.
I really don't.
And then you've got another half piece there that goes over the top, but it creates that curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of the curves on this and some of the techniques like these, the way they get the angles is just superb. And like you say, with the detail that goes into such a scale as this, it's just brilliant. It really is.
Yeah.
I always enjoy these.
I think going up to 8, I know it's like a little bit controversial at the time about Speed Champions going up to 8 stud wide, but because like a lot of people find them hard to incorporate into cities and stuff. But in terms of like a Lego build and like what they can now do with them, I think it was such a great decision.
Because they've even lowered the chassis, haven't they, to get the really to give that low stance across the road.
Yeah.
No, it's really good. It's really good. In terms of my channel, Not going to buy any Ninjago just yet. I've actually finished recording everything I need for my stop motion up house build. So I've been working on this for the past, how long has this been out now? Is it nearly 3 months?
April 1st, was it? April 1st?
Something like that. Yeah,
2 months.
So 2 months, yeah. So yeah, I've been working on that, and it's tried my patience, I will say that. And hopefully when I put it all together, I should edit it and get it uploaded for Sunday. I hope that you all like it and enjoy it. But it's around about 2.5 minutes of film. But it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, look out for it to come on the channel soon. And this is a lovely, lovely set. And I'm looking forward to receiving a special edition up house display case from Wicked Brick.
Yeah.
And I managed to get my order in before the following day they were just all sold out. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Nice.
There was only 350 of those cases built. So I'll be intrigued to see what number my case is.
Very cool.
Excellent, brilliant. Yeah, no, it's interesting with the speed champions because I think would it be fair to say that everybody here has a set of speed champions, the new 8-stud wides?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Not
carry.
Kerry.
No? Okay.
I've bought a few
Not
sets
carry.
for my brother.
So of the 5. Yeah, so I think of 5 of the 6 of us have it, and then I think only 1 of the 5, then being Nicole, actually then has a city as such.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in terms of it makes sense if it's appealing to a wider market, and then as what Tech has said, and other people, the speed champions have just got some really good techniques, and for £20 or whatever, it's reasonably valuable these days.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right then. Moving along, we'll go to Kerry. What do you have coming up on your channel? And in the short time that you're on the stream, did you actually build anything or take something apart?
I did not. I just sorted out a few bits and bobs, and I've just lost a minifigure. So look at that. There's biscuits on my train track. Biscuits on my train track. How bad is that?
Why?
It's like you needed to be on stream to notice that.
Wow.
Greg would have had a field day if he had seen that.
Yeah, he really did. I can't show you my floor at the minute. Can't even see the floor. So I am going to be displaying at a Lego show on Monday, which is Cromford Builds, and that's in Matlock somewhere. So hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit of filming with that. And then I'm going to be streaming on Tuesday evening. Not doing much over the weekend. I've got other things on. But I think I'm going to be on Greg's channel on Friday as well. So that's what's coming up. And I'm going to hopefully make a couple of shorts out of the Cromford Builds set, out of the show. So we'll see. Yeah, well, that's me.
Yeah. Brilliant. Excellent. And thanks for joining. I know we're sort of doing a bit of an abbreviated version tonight. So
no, it's fine. No worries. I nearly messaged and said I'm not going to come on. It's going to be too. It's also as well. I've managed to sort out my friends, and we are now booked to go to Billund, and we have
very nice.
We've got 20 kilos each of luggage.
That is so exciting. Are you going to get a pirate?
I'm going to get more than one pirate if I can, because I'm going to try and fund my holiday with pirates. I know the Blues said it's one, but we're going for 3 days, so I should be potentially able to get 3.
You just have to keep going back, yeah. And
yeah. We're stopping very, very close to it in an Airbnb, so we're going to be getting there on a Thursday. It's not until September, but we're going to be getting there on Thursday evening and coming back on Sunday evening. So, yeah.
Nice. Is that pirates not like due to? That's a fairly new thing, right? It's not like due to retire anytime soon, is it?
It's a yearly thing, is it not? Or
is it?
I really want a duck as well, but I don't know whether they're still for sale.
Yeah. The duck did appear in the Lego.
Yeah, no, the ducks is the only thing. Yeah.
Can you still buy the duck at the
which
Leicester
isn't
stores?
for sale is the brick building machine.
Yeah.
So you can't get the brick building, the colourful one. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
so-
shame. Yeah, because I want to get all the
Yeah.
exclusives, and I want to get
No,
say,
which
probably,
is why-
I want to get. Yeah. So it's not for sale there either.
No, I think the building's for sale there.
Oh, Matt's frozen.
No,
Yeah,
you're
Matt's-
Right. So yeah, what I'll be doing is I'll be getting as many parrots as I can because I can sell a couple of those. And he's gone. And I do want to get the duck and the building if I can. So we shall see. I'm not too bothered about the dinosaurs.
Is the duck still on sale?
I hope so.
Remember, Carrie, friends rates.
Yeah.
Friends rates. I'll be if I can get more than
Is that the
two,
friends with benefits
rates.
or something?
Friends with benefits and mates rates. Yeah. So we shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, I mixed up those phrases earlier. I think you dropped out. But yeah, we've figured that one. Yeah. Oh, dear.
It made me laugh.
Here to entertain.
It's normally me, to be fair. So yeah. But yeah, so I can't wait. I've been trying to plan it for ages. I was trying to plan it around Scarbreck, but somebody else has booked it off at work, so I'm going the week before Scarbreck, which is very annoying because that would have been really cool. The fan weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Maybe next year.
Yeah. Just how did you see it? And what's coming up on your channel?
It's very good that you put me on the big screen because I had no clue. I wasn't able to hear what you said.
Me either. I thought by process of elimination, it's either me or Nicole, but I don't know which way you went.
I will be on London Calling tomorrow, and on Fab Blondies on Sunday, we have the Brick Babe with us, and my London bus has almost seating in a very early stage. But it will be fairly big. Yeah. And speaking of big, I have to show you something which totally surprised me. Look at that. It's my very first TIE fighter.
I see your post. That's really cool.
And it's big.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Look at my head.
Yeah.
You can't see my head, but
Which TIE fighter is that? Because I just went, oh, I've got that one, but I haven't. Mine's different. Is that the new one?
yes, it's the Mandalorian Fang fighter thingy.
What? We've got that, so we haven't built it yet. I can't believe it's that big.
It's
Yeah.
massive.
Mine's something different then. What the hell's mine? I have to get mine out now.
It totally surprised me. I thought I got a tiny little wee TIE fighter, and if ever comes out a UCS one, how big do they want to go?
Yeah.
Mine's Kylo Ren's TIE fighter. Oh, that is dusty. Wow. Maybe I'll pull that back.
Right, but that's me.
Okay. Brilliant. Excellent. And before I drop out and die, we'll just go across to Tech. What do you sort of got coming up on your channel? And how'd you get on tonight with sorting and stuff?
Yeah, I managed to part out a few sets. Most of the pieces did go into one bin, so it didn't really was the most effective. I did take some white pieces out because I know I'm going to be using them fairly soon. But yeah, in terms of the channel, I'm hoping to have a video out either Saturday, maybe Sunday. I might try do another stream over the bank holiday weekend if I can. But if not, it will be back to normal business on Tuesday evening on Planet Tech for I don't really know what yet. Maybe some building of a mock for the upcoming collab project that we're doing, or I do have another custom brick vault set to build. So maybe I'll do that. But yeah, just stay tuned to see what happens, I guess.
Maybe building a cot live on stream.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get so frustrated with that.
You join us live. How long is it going to take me to build this?
Yeah, do the bet builds on how long to build a car.
Oh, speaking of, we just had to move our one down like tonight because
Yeah.
our baby's getting like, you know, at that stage. And oh my god, it's just funny that you mentioned that because it caused so much drama. That's why I was like slightly late coming on. So yeah, have fun with that.
Yay.
You're a master craftsman, Tex, so we expect you to build yours from scratch.
Oh god.
Finished.
Woo,
Very cool.
Oh, I'm just
Nice.
about to run somewhere.
It's actually very helpful that you've all mentioned when you're streaming because I was trying to work out, as Matt knows, when to potentially start my own stream every week. And I actually thought, okay, the only date that I haven't actually come across just by chance is a Monday or a Tuesday. But now you've both said Tuesday, so I'm like,
Honestly, no with a lie. I stream on a Monday or a Tuesday. You're going to clash with somebody. So just
yeah,
don't
it's inevitable. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've just got to be better. Like, you just-
Yeah. You just got to bring your game.
I get like I go on at 7 on Tuesdays, and I get half my people going, "We're just going now. See you later." And then I'll go on to text after I finish, and they're all there.
It happens both ways. for
Yeah,
sure,
there's
it
no
happens
point in
both
feeling
ways.
guilty or anything. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. And you'll
Yes,
always clash with
yeah.
Greg because he just starts streaming on random days sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, come on,
So-
Greg, give everybody a chance, man.
Yeah.
Like, or sometimes I like really want to watch like more than one stream, and I'm like, how do I do this? Like,
Yeah.
so I usually go for the one that has like less viewers. So
Hmm.
yeah.
But with YouTube, can't you do something that is on Twitch, like raid, to bring your
can't.
audience?
It's a really you can now send people to either a premiere or another live stream of your own, but you can't unless you properly program in and that person has scheduled it. I don't think you can. It's not like super easy like Twitch.
Yeah,
It's definitely something that they should
Oh.
integrate, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be a good
that would be
feature.
amazing. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be quick and easy tonight. Have any videos coming out on Tingold? Just not gonna be around. And as I've sort of said before, I'm not streaming next Thursday. Check out Bonnie's Bricks, and she's gonna be doing the Disney one. And then the week after that, back on Thursday as the usual sort of time. Also had the poll going, which I just closed off, and was asking about the new Pac-Man. I think it was 47% said yes, they might. 47%, funnily enough, said no, they wouldn't, and the balance was saying whatever the other option. Remember, it's lost its space. I think what else? Share, like, subscribe, do all that sort of good stuff there. And I think that's pretty much most of it. Just a shout out to the people who are in the chat earlier tonight. We have Brick Askew, Omega Man, KO, Brickbods in Brickbod as well, Pigger Bricks, and then actually made it on. Minifigure Who, Brett Spills, and I think that's most people. Yeah, I think I'm good. Anybody else got any sort of last comments before we move out of here?
No, just travel safe, Matt. We hope to see you
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
Have a great time.
No.
Where are you going, Matt?
Thanks.
New York, I
Oh,
think.
Oh, yeah, of course there's a, yeah, sorry. Brain fart. I love Mallorca. It's great.
Mhm.
Enjoy.
Mhm.
Has he frozen again?
He's frozen again.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this is all.
He's gone to Iceland
This
again.
internet's getting beyond a joke at this point. So anyhow, where are we at there? So I think thanks everyone for stopping by, and I will see everyone in 2 weeks. Otherwise, check out Bonnie and maybe some other guys next week as well. Have a good one, and we'll see you all soon.
Mr. Bigger, det bliver super duper!
see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.